everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformer Studio Series Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. He is number 03 in the line. We'll go ahead and boom off the side real quick as we look at this box. And yes, he is a Voyager, so bigger box. You got his nice, bit of the old War for Cybertron artwork and everything. Optimus Prime Studio Series and Transformers and the War for Cybertron logo up here. And of course the window, Takara Tomy and Generations and Hasbro and all that stuff. Up here you have War for Cybertron, and on the side here you have a nice close-up of Optimus in the Voyager class, and on this side you have Optimus again, plastic repackaging, and the Gamer Edition logo of the D-pad. On the bottom here you have who's manufactured it, what's included, and of course on the back you have warnings and copyrights, and of course product shots, and Optimus Prime enacts a plan to be captured by the Decepticons in an effort to save Zeta Prime. Oh, I remember that. Of course, there's also the backdrop, which it shows, and right here, we'll go ahead and pull that out of the box, which, look, that's a, ooh, that looks a spooky, that's definitely a Decepticon area, and I'm trying to remember what part of the game that is again. But yeah, you got that whole thing, which of course you can put Optimus here on the backdrop, or, recycle it. There you go. On top of that, you have the instructions, which are pretty straightforward. Not really a whole lot of surprises there. But, yeah. Optimus from War for Cybertron. And oh boy, he is a beefy guy now. Like he's supposed to be. Yeah, because in the game he was very beefy. And the original toy was not so beefy because it was based on old artwork plus it was deluxe. But getting close here, you can see, Optimus's face. You got the blue, of course, with the silver and the lighter blue eyes and the silver head crest and everything. You got his chest windows done in silver with the little lines and everything. Although there's a little scuffing on mine, weirdly enough. You got his Autobot symbols and his big old shoulders and all that gray. And got the bits of red on the waist. Some more blue there on the hands. You got the weird little things on his thighs. You got the blue with the little vents and everything on his shins. You got the pipes even on the shins on the back. Well, unfortunately, no Autobot symbol back here. There's just no real way to engineer that. And of course, you got the wheel shoulder things, which is pretty close to what they were like in the game as well. So there you go. Optimus here is a beefcake, and he's supposed to be. He looks real good, I feel, in most modes. Both modes. And, yeah, I just really like this one, honestly. It's there was one thing that kind of bugged me when I got it out of the box because, something weird happened. But, yeah, it looks overall really great, and I really like it. And also, of course, bonus, they had to do it. There is a matrix inside. You open that up, and bam, matrix. And, yeah, you can unpeg that. It's just kind of a gray thing. You can see there's the peg hole, and of course, but it's painted blue and copper or gold or whatever. Yeah, just simply, goes in right there, and you can close that up around there. And there you go. Yeah, of course, other accessories he has. He has the gun right here, which you can't store really if you're not using it, but of course you can do the thing, which because War for Cybertron did this, pull that off, and then peg hole, and just peg that on. Like so, and now he's wielding his gun, which is neat. And back here, if you want to store this way, there is storage for this. There is a little peg right here, which goes into the little peg hole, which of course also doubles as the flight stand peg if you want. But yeah, you could peg that there and have you can do that. Of course, he has, the axe comes in 3 pieces. There's, of course, the axe head, one handle, and then the second handle. Of course, you can peg it in like this. And, of course, because his axe in the game had 2 different designs. And you have this, which has this flap thing, which is cool. You take this and break it in like this. Have his shorter design, which he often would use. You have the shorter axe design, which is cool. Or, of course, you flip that back around, peg it in this way. And then, you, of course, then peg this on the bottom. And now you have the longer axe design. So that's cool they did that. It transforms. So that's pretty neat that they did that. I do like that a lot. And of course you can use this handle for the axe as well if you want instead, and so on and so forth. You have options. Theoretically you can use both hands to hold this, but the problem is I've noticed there's an articulation issue, which is you kind of hit a point where you can't really rotate the hand much more. So it's like, I haven't really been able to get him to hold it with both hands and look good. Now without, I have to do some finagling, but it's theoretically doable. It's just kind of, doesn't quite work as well as you'd hope it would. Maybe we'll get this out of there. And of course, because, yeah, the way this all works, of course, this bit is, if you don't want to use that gun, here's Barricade's gun, you could use that. It still works. Or one of Bumblebee's guns. It also still works. It should. Yeah, it still works, although that was a very tight fit. I'm a little worried about that one. Yeah, but that all still works more or less. It is somewhat cross-compatible, although that felt a little tight, so I'm a little worried about that. Yeah, that all works. Well, that right there, this particular shoulder likes to slide out very easily. It's not supposed to do that. So, there's that. Articulation. Head, ball joint, so left, right, up, down. Like that. You got the waggle. You got shoulders, we're going to rotate like that. Outward like that far. Actually, there's some sculpted detailing on there too. You got a bicep swivel. Elbows go slightly over 90 degrees. They're kind of low though, but it's kind of necessary. So for that. Wrists do have swivels, but you can't really swivel this. You can't swivel that way. Just you only get so much before it kind of starts bumping into itself. You get that much. You can't do a full 360 there, but enough to actually do stuff. Get that out. Get this out of the way. Waist does swivel. Hips can go forward that far. Pretty nice kick. Back that far. There's only so far I can go. Outward, you have the full splits. You have a thigh swivel. You do have a knee bend, which is just shy of 90 degrees. If the wheel's fully transformed, you only get slightly just shy of 90 degrees. If you get that out of the way, though, you actually get, you can get a little bit more than 90 degrees, but you kind of have to futz with that a bit. Oop, pop that off because I wasn't paying attention. There you go. Fix that. My fault. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilt. And you have a little bit of back, not really a lot of forward unless you untransform a bit. If you untransform this a bit, you can get a smidge of forward, but it's going to look weird. So I would recommend not doing that. But he does have a decent amount of posability overall. It looks really good too. Looks a little closer to the game. Some people will complain about the hollowness, and I'll get back into that a little bit. But yeah, there's some hollowness, but nothing too bad. Oh yeah, there's also, if you want to, you can get a little bit, thanks to transformation, if you slide these out a smidge. If you slide these out a bit, you can get a bit of a butterfly, but yeah, it's kind of difficult without untransforming a bit, so that's just something to be aware of. So there you go. Comparisons. Here's Barricade. Wanting to fall over again because he's... Yeah, there's Barricade. Significantly larger than him. Even Barricade is bulky. This guy's bulkier. Here, of course, is Bumblebee. Who looks... Yeah, that looks about right. I feel. It's been a bit since... Again, it's been a bit since I played the game. I kind of want to play it again. And here he is with the current Earthrise Prime, who's a bit taller, but again, bulkier. He's way bulkier. Could be, oh, he's wider, why is he so short? He's huge. Look how wide he is. I mean, seriously, he is way wider, so shut up. It's pretty much the same mass, I think. This one might be a bit heavier. And then, well, here he is with the united version of Optimus Prime from the War for Cybertron game. Yeah, very different. In the sense that, like, this guy is a little too thin. Funny enough, yeah, he's also got the hollow thighs. People are like complaining about his hollow thighs and just kind of, oh, this guy doesn't have those. Like, yeah, he does. I know, I have him. I saw someone saying that the original this one doesn't have hollow thighs. I'm like, are you sure about that? Because I literally have them on my shelf. So, yeah, look, hollow fist bits. But yeah, this guy's got a more intricate transformation. Sometimes people are playing a little too intricate. Kind of is a little ridiculous, but hey. There you go. This guy is more accurate to the game. So there's that. So yeah. That's robot mode. And we're going to go ahead and take him to truck mode. Cybertronian check. Anyway, take the arms and just kind of move those out. And then right here, these bits slide outward like that. Take those and slide those out. And then go ahead and take this bit and unfold that and then rotate it around right there and just kind of leave it down like this. Take these and rotate them forward like so. Rotate that forward. Now this chest piece. Rotate this forward. On mine, also, this gray piece, this would not undo itself. I had no idea what that happened. I just know this gray piece was bending before it moved. And then finally, it just kind of, I had to get a screwdriver up on here, shove it on there, finally it moved. But yeah, rotate that up like so, and then take the head here and push it back. Then you go ahead and bring this down over top, kind of get the bumper cleared of the shoulder bits. And then there's these tabs and these tabs and these tabs will go into slots on the side of things. So you slide these back in and they'll just tab in like that. And take the waist here and rotate it 180 degrees. Take the legs and tab them together like that. And then take this and use the hip joints to raise this up and out of the way. Like so. So you can take these pieces, rotate them like this so that the Autobot symbol is facing up, and then use these hinges to bring them back, like so. Ostensibly, you're supposed to tab them together here, but I don't like to do this yet, because it makes it a little more difficult. So here, what you want to do is take these panels and move those out like that. Take these panels and move them down like so. Take the feet here, and they're not tabbed in for some reason. Take the feet and then rotate them up like that. Then take these wheels and rotate them out, and they'll click into place. Rotate that out and click that into place. And then finally bring this hole down, all down on the hip assembly. And right here, these tabs right here on the forearms, which go up into little slots here. And then if you tab those up into the legs, then I recommend tabbing them together. It works a little better that way, at least in my opinion. And bring it all in this, tab it all together like that. And if you want to clean this up a little bit, you can go ahead and like rotate the fists like that so that it's a little better hidden. I'll get into that a little bit too. Then from here, go ahead and take this and bring this panel down like so. And then take these smokestacks, bring those up on each side, and then bring these in. And there's a tab right here. There's a slot here which will go over this tab, and this tab right here will go into actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, they go into this slot right here. Bring that forward and just tab that all in. So tab it all in. Like that. And then bring that all in, tab that all in on both sides. Like that. And there you go. That's Optimus in his vehicle mode. And yep, that is his alt mode. Yeah, it's very well game-like. It's the weird, like, kind of it's the shoe. Shoe with little smokestacks coming out. It's weirdly enough, a lot of people complain about this. I've noticed it, which is this plastic here. I'm not sure how well it's picking up on camera, but this plastic here has a weird rough texture to it, which is odd. That's one thing that's kind of weird about this one. But you can see you got kind of a bunch of silver up front here, kind of representing the windows and the bumper and stuff. You got all that. So you got the rims are nicely picked out with silver and red. Kind of the weird tread patterns are on there too. Yeah, you can see on the other side there's kind of like. It's kind of obvious how things transform. Yeah, in the back here, this is one complaint a lot of people had, which is, the back, you can just see the fists. So a lot of people complain about that. I get it. It's probably going to be eventually, I can see such a potential way for there to be some sort of flap here. I feel like it would work with the, and that's one of those things, like, I challenge someone to figure out how to make this a flap there or something work without having to, remove it entirely. So good luck on that. It overall, I think, looks great. It's just, you got that bit right there, which is not the greatest, but just don't look at it at an angle. But yeah, it looks overall pretty good, and it's got the 6 wheels, and yeah, they all roll pretty solidly. Yeah, so you got all that. It looks pretty nice. There you go. There's even some texturing right there, although not really any paint, but you're supposed to, I think all of that was pink. Okay, kind of let it pink. But anyway, you can store weapons here. There's right here. You got the 2 little tabs right here, which go into little slots on his feet. But yeah, you can see his feet, but again, it blends in well enough that's not a huge problem. And then here, with this, there's slots here, which go over those 2 tabs right there, and now you got I guess, like kind of do this because just for the sake of I guess some degree of symmetry, and then you just put that there, and there you go. You got guns on top of the truck thing. Yeah, I do really like this. Nice, nice bulky dude. Yeah. Real quick comparisons. Here he is with Barricade. Which, yep, you can see he's a bit bigger than Barricade. Barricade's just pretty much just as almost as long as him, but not quite as tall. There's that. Here he is with Bumblebee. Little Bumblebee. Little dude. Right there. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus, who, yeah. Very different vehicle sizes here, that's for sure. Earthrise Optimus compresses a bit. This guy kind of doesn't. So, yeah, you can see that. And here he is. It's the old United version, which, yeah, significantly smaller. You can see some of the different paintwork there, because that's just a car. But, yeah, you see some differences here and there, but, like there's more gray on this one, which I don't think was accurate. Yeah, this was not there on the original cartoon, or not cartoon, wow. The original game did not have this gray stuff. It was just all blue, so this is more accurate there, but of course has this, which was more closer to accurate versus this. So they have their trade-offs. People don't want to acknowledge that there's just trade-offs. It's not just objectively inferior. There were trade-offs between the two versions. This is more inaccurate overall. This one's closer to accurate, but also kind of loses a couple things. But yeah, so that's a thing. I still like this toy, though. Still like this, and I'm hoping that, because I have the Nemesis Prime repainted that. I'm hoping this gets repainted, but you never know. So, yep. So that's that. So that is the Gamer Edition Studio Series Optimus from War for Cybertron. I really like this one a lot. It's a good toy. It's nice, bulky Optimus. It looks closer to the game than the old version does. It just looks real nice overall. The transformation's pretty fun, except for one, on mine, where the one hinge just did not want to move for reasons unknown to me until it just suddenly did. And then ever since then, it's been fine. I haven't had a problem since. So I think it was just something got stuck, or there might have been excess plastic. But transformations overall pretty fun. I think the alt mode overall looks great. The only thing real problem with it, honestly, is the hands in the back are really obviously visible, but it's just unfortunate. So yeah, just a really fun figure overall, and I also like what they did with the axe, considering the game. Whoops, mistake there. It's a solid one. I think it's my favorite of the three so far. I mean, we got Megatron and Cliffjumper have been announced, and that's it so far. Hopefully, I'm fingers crossed they're gonna redo Bruticus from Fall of Cybertron, please. But yeah, I think he's worth it. I think he's the best one. Pick him up, in my opinion. He's a good Optimus overall. So that's it for this review. Hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my co-host.org/Nemesis-Prime. Check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.